Hey, it's Bernard Nomberg with the Nomberg Law Firm, and something that we deal with quite a bit are injured workers who suffer on the job injuries at large factories. And typically, there becomes an issue dealing with the on site first aid department or the on site nurse or doctor who's typically going to be on the same ground, same warehouse, same facility of where the worker was injured. And typically or usually, protocol requires an injured worker to go straight to the first aid department and to deal with it. And that's where problems, not all the time, but quite a bit, happen. The company does very little to help the injured worker. How do we deal with it? What happens when they usually go and deal with the first aid department and they're supposed to be getting medical care? Well, in order to save money, in order to not put it on a workers' comp claim, they try to deal with it in-house. And that's because it's required by the company, the employee, to stay in protocol or stay in good standing. That's what they have to do. And oftentimes they're encouraged not to report it, or they're encouraged to put any medical care outside of being treated in the first aid department on their own private health insurance or private payment. And that becomes a real problem because they're being discouraged, because they're not getting the proper medical care. Sometimes the injuries get worse. Sometimes they start accumulating points because they have to miss work. And it really just creates a spiraling effect that does not help the worker get healed, get back to work, and the like. And there really is a conflict there because the injured worker usually wants to get better. They want to go back to work. They don't want to be injured. Well, the first aid department, the on-site medical care, they're employed by the same company, and they want to get them back working as well, but they overlook the fact that sometimes these folks are really hurt. They dismiss symptoms. They eventually frustrate the workers in either giving up and going back to work, where sometimes they can be hurt even more uh, in a situation where they put themselves even in a worse jeopardy. They could take what is a minor injury and it could end up being something pretty significant. And then the company will turn around and say that it wasn't properly reported and deny the claim. So it becomes a never-ending cycle that does not help. There's many more things that occur that this video would be way too long for me to go over everything. But if you work for a large factory or a large company, and it could be the poultry industry, it could be the automotive industry, it could be any company that does mass production of items or things, and you get hurt while working there and you're frustrated with the on-site first aid, or you're not getting the medical care, please consider giving us a call. We deal with this all the time. Our phone number is 205-930-6900. We can be found at nomberglaw.com. We also have a YouTube channel with a couple of hundred videos, mainly dealing with the law, such as these. We can be found on Twitter as well as Facebook.